Hello, Georgia. Georgia is, of course, staff obituaries writer here at The Times. Who are we talking about today, Georgia?
So we're talking about John Mew, who was an orthodontist and founder of something called Orthotropics, which means correct growth. Am I right in saying that, Mike?
Correct, yes.
This is his son in the studio with us.
We're also joined by Mike Mew, who's John's son. Mike, I'll come to you in just a moment. Georgia,
so
tell us a little bit more about him.
Yeah, so orthotropics, meaning correct growth, is basically his theory, his belief that malocclusions, so overbites, crooked teeth, are caused less by genetics, which is the sort of dominant theory amongst orthodontists, and more by kind of changes in lifestyle and diet since the 18th century. So during the Industrial Revolution, with the introduction of processed food, it softened our diets and weakened our jaw muscles. And that caused a range of kind of changes in the face, which made us less attractive. So he believed that we had been robbed of our sort of ancestral right to be beautiful, well-aligned faced people. He was outcast by other orthodontists.
Very much so.
He was branded a charlatan, and whether or not that is true is up for debate, of course.
Well, that's what he wanted, debate.
He wanted debate.
He never had debate. Never in his entire career did he have full engagement.
Yeah, we should say that he did have his license revoked, and
I've been suspended on very similar grounds.
Well, Mike, tell us about your father. Tell us about him as a man. What was he like?
He was inspirational. There's no other way. And his ability to engage with me, my friends, people from all manners of life. And he was interesting. He was a great thinker. And as I said, unbelievably inspirational. And so many different walks and facets to his life.
And his theories were, as Georgia said, controversial, disputed by many, got him into some trouble.
A lot of trouble.
How did he feel about that? Did he feel like his vision was not received in the way he wanted it to be?
Well, he wanted the truth. He was damn focused on getting the truth, and he wanted to get engagement and debate. And this is what was always robbed of him, just simple engagement. He started out simply asking, why? Why have we got crooked teeth? And why have we got all these problems? 1,000 years ago, everyone had 32 teeth in their head. They had space easily for 32 teeth. Today...
I'm sure they didn't keep them for long, necessarily.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, really?
Well, you didn't have decay, remember. There was no refined carbohydrates. So decay was almost non-existent. And from the foods we ate, we don't think we had many periodontal, gum disease problems. So most people had space for 32 teeth in their head. Today, you're lucky if you have space for 28 teeth in your head. Now, so what's changed? So it can't be genetics.
Your father, he tested his theories on you and your siblings when you were children. I mean, sitting here, you seem to have a perfectly aligned jaw, so that went well.
I have a strong jaw. Well, I've got a strong jaw, a large jaw, plenty of space for my teeth, and of course, my airway.
Right.
And of course, how do you get a strong jaw? You use it.
Right.
And today's soft, modern, processed food is stopping us from realising that the normal, your full genetic potential. That's what we should be gaining.
What did that involve doing for you then?
For me, it involved widening the top and bottom jaw and then using appliances, a reminder appliances. Keep your mouth closed. Much of what he is saying, or did say, could be boiled down to stand up straight and shut your mouth.
Right. Well, okay. You were involved, Mike, in promoting your father's theories online.
Yeah.
How did you feel about them being picked up by the manosphere and by incel communities and stuff like that?
It's interesting. I mean, I was targeting mothers because clearly I want prevention. I mean, if our ancestors didn't have these problems, we should be able to elicit prevention and save a huge amount of problems. But it got picked up, by the manosphere. In retrospect, clearly it was obvious that was going to happen. Kids who could gain change wanted to improve, but they wanted to look better. And this is the double-edged sword, isn't it? I'm saying they're going to be healthier. They want to look better. But either ways, it was a symbiotic relationship. I helped a lot of people. And in a way, he appreciated the attention that long so denied him by the profession, who, to the day, still have not had a debate. They admit they don't know the cause of the problem. So we're treating almost 50% of the population with a treatment that's actually quite invasive. We don't know the cause of the problem.
So, I mean, you trained as an orthodontist yourself. You were also struck off as well.
I've been suspended.
So forgive me.
We're looking at the appeal is at the end of next month, and if I win that, well, what's that going to say about my profession?
Right. I mean, do you feel that these theories could have been presented in such a way that didn't lead to this conflict with the dental community?
We could have had we could just follow the normal scientific process. That's what science is about. Engaging, if you don't understand something, why aren't we engaging in the normal, everyday scientific process to find answers? 'Cause I'm not saying modern orthodontics is wrong. We could make it better by understanding the causes, by understanding the pathology, what's happening. We've got a lot of problems with heads, from sleep apnea, snoring, ENT problems, jaw joint problems. Well, shouldn't we have a talk about what this huge change that's happened?
And Mike, it's been absolutely great to have you here. George, I'm going to give the last word to you. How does it seem to you, from your research, from your obituaries, that John Mew is going to be remembered?
Well, I think he has found a new demographic in the age of the internet, which is really interesting, because I think without the internet, as Mike said, perhaps he would just be viewed as someone who'd been outcast from kind of the mainstream. I think now he's pioneered something called the Mewing craze, which we kind of touched on, which isn't just incels, it's basically gone completely viral. And if you look on TikTok, you can see people doing these exercises. And so I think he's had somewhat of a surprising legacy.
Getting results.
And getting results,
We have an app you can use. I have to make a shout out. And it's impressive, the results I see, the total structural change people are getting in their faces from applying these simple principles of basically stand up straight, shut your mouth.
How's my jaw looking, Mike?
Medium.
Thank you very much indeed.
Better than many.
Yours is excellent. Thank you very much indeed, Mike Mew. Great to have you here. Thank you very much indeed, Georgia Henage. We were remembering John Mew, orthodontist and founder of Orthotropics. He was born on September the 7th, 1928, and he died on June the 25th, 2025, aged 96. Thank you, Georgia. Thank you, Mike. Great to have you both here.